This is day one at Anime Expo, just at the Makoko gate entrance. Yes, this is the first line to begin with here. In fact, there are actually multiple entrances. So it's around 8:31 at this time. And yeah, that line sometimes takes pretty long, depending on what other lines they picked. Okay, the only weird thing is that they don't have any detectors here, but the only thing I can only use is to just scan the badge. Okay, finally scanned my badge here. Just gonna head in very quickly. Okay, there is scanners here. All right, just got through security, very minimal check here. Okay, let's see what else is going on right now. But here it is. This is the opening inside this convention at Anime Expo. Okay, apparently some of them are just simply coming in here, and there's the opening ceremony as well. And I should have entered the other way instead. Yeah, some of these people are coming in pretty early here, and yeah, the other line is just so slow. So next time I should have gone to the other side instead. They also got the merch booth here. Okay, got the tote bag and the lanyards that I needed. So the first things first is to simply head inside this exhibit hall, even though it is super crowded. Okay, hopping in right now. Just gonna rise up here. Alright, almost there. Even though there's like some cameraman filming at the moment. Alright, heading inside.
There you go. Yeah.
This is what it looks like. This hall is entirely full of vendors, almost all the international vendors around here. So I'm just gonna do a look around here. Unfortunately, because of its size, I cannot do an informal tour vlog around this place. So it's just gonna be way too big for me to film everything. Like my previous Anime Expo vlog, it's just gonna be the same. Okay, this one right there is the first thing to see. This Sega vendor. Okay, the line is just way too long to handle. Everyone's just literally buying whatever they want. I guess they got some special items here. Well, a lot of wow, never seen something like this before. They got pretty good items. They got some Sonic stuff here, except the line is still too long. Yeah, this is what the entire thing looks like here. Pretty long. Oh wow, some more Sega items that they have, and it looks like I see some Sonic backpacks. Yeah, I think I'm not sure if I want to buy something at the moment. Just gonna look through more. This kind of feels cold here, as much. Anyways, just seeing more of some of the vendors that they have. Look at the statue right there. Is what I've never seen before. This vendor is Ami, and I guess there's a huge line for this. All right, this one right there is Annie Rolls. Okay, I guess there's some vendors in there. This one is I can't even read that, but oh, Volks USA. This vendor is completely different. This one is Star Forge Systems, and they also have Gallery Panda just behind it. Omon shop. Let's see what they have. Well, all I can say is that they got clothing merches and some nice stuff that they have. Okay, this vendor is Psy Games, is what they have just right there. The merch shops are right there, are just super crowded. It's just very hard to navigate through. Entertainment Hobby Shop Jungle. I think I might have passed by it before. Just usually haven't been going there for a while. Alright, here are all the items that they have. This one has some extra display only figures from Taito. Let's see here. This one, the card trading card games. And it does seem that I recognize this vendor. Wait. It is the same vendor. Ah, look at that. Except this area is pretty huge. Let's try the first one. Yeah. Not bad. Tastes tastes good. Okay, well, this right there, the arcade, just to get the bottles, is now back for free.
And some shirts like these are limited. This is a Shy Lily VTuber shirt. For your luck, it's free.
Yeah, I believe I already tried it before from a while back. Go ahead. I already tried it a long time ago. Okay, so that was the only sample that they have so far. Hopefully, if I get back on the same day, then I'll try more samples. Yes, getting through all the vendors is really tricky at the moment. This one is called Sobukia. Well, I think I remember this vendor ever since I came to Anime Expo last year. Kill Tube. That I never seen. It looks like a huge mural. Well, this one is a huge crane machine just to get the items, except they're all using balls. And here are some additional vendors around this place. Well, love the screen designs. The vendor over there is Pony Canyon, and this thing right there is just huge. That I've never seen this illusion inside before, but I'll check it out later. This one right there is Omo Cat. Well, I guess that's pretty much a long line. Here's the vendor called Viz, and everything is just basically a bit too much. Lots of merch stuffs that they have so far. Well, Aniplex is pretty long. Buying all the merches from that specific store. One on the other side is called Hobby Exhibition. Also pretty much a long line for a lot of anime fans. This event might be useful for like setting up a stage here. Well, never seen this place before. The walk around is just basically a huge screen museum like. That's incredible. The floors are pretty smooth here. There's another vendor right there as well. And this one is a huge anime screen, except it's playing music right now. Yeah, that's another hallway here. And just got past here. And everything else is, yeah, it looks like a huge museum anime stuff here. Okay, just got out. And there are some small vendors around this place inside. They got some stage activities here. Well, just gonna look around for more. Okay, this one is Country Roll. Is basically just a large vendor that they have. Well, it was a lot. All right, just gonna look around more. Just at the main area of this exhibit hall, at the center, of course. This one right there is Overlord. I'm not sure why I lose track every time. Okay, anyways, this one is Bandai Namco. It's actually the other way. This one, yeah. That's the huge sign that's above here. And they got even more stuff that they have. It is longer to navigate through all of this mess. Okay, I guess I missed some of the sections here. These are some of the extra areas. Well, cannot even name everything at once. Woo! Well, that's a lot. And yeah, there's even more of the vendors that they have. All right, next section here, it is still a lot to look around. For you, well, I think I remember this vendor from a while back, but overall, the other side is just, well, I guess they got Toho Animations with My Hero Academia. Alright, I guess this is what the interior looks like. Yes, there's another line that goes into a specific section. Actually, it's to get photographs. Well, I guess they got some anime games, which releases at around August 27th for Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 5, Steam, and Epic Games. Also, this is a pretty huge line to get inside. Oh, I forgot about this. They also have Spy X Family from Toho Animations again. Yeah, I guess I didn't even check. This one is Good Smile Company is what I remember seeing. Also pretty long lines just to make an order. I guess they got huge props for this vendor right there. Jujutsu Kaisen. Well, this is the interior of it itself. And that right there guess I kind of missed some of the sections here. They got a line just to see the strength. Okay, I guess I keep missing some of the areas here so much here. But this one right there is just Geek Streak 2025 is what they have. Interesting setup with the dual monitors. Well, the main monitor is right there, but this one is inactive at the moment. Anyways, this is what the whole area looks like. I would have stepped into this entrance here, even though I went all the way to the left. Yeah, that carpet right there is Anime Expo. Yeah, I guess this is still a lot to try to look around. And the other half of the section are some of the minor vendors or just some of the contenders. Okay, just to interpret this, these are the minor vendors or just the smaller local vendors. The one on the left are the major vendors or the international vendors around this place. So yeah, I think I might have gone through most of the major vendors as much, just not everything. Few of them might be inside this minor vendor section here, while other ones, well, just the usual. Oh, never seen something like this before. This one is, I don't think I can read that at the moment. I guess I'm not actually done at this place, even though there's like a lot to go through. Yeah, there are some few minor vendors around this section here. Just look around only. Alright, took a close look of it. It is actually not a stage for Crunchyroll. Just basically a walk into everything and then, yeah, I'm not sure what they do here. Okay, this is the back side of this exhibit hall. They got I can't even read that. Ah, they only have the inflatable just looking at the other side. Okay, nothing much to look around. Just gonna browse around the minor vendors. Okay, let's see. This one is Hen Sky, is what the small vendor has. But overall, just gonna look around. Well, this one is Hello Kitty. This one is, well, that looks more like One Piece. There are some few artists inside this exhibit hall here, but the main artist alley is just actually in the basement, which I'll get into later. Alright, yeah, I'm scoring too much right now. This one right there is Otaku Collectives, which I met from the previous convention. Nom's Cafe. Well, small vendor. Well, yeah, this is a lot to try to tour around as much. Here are some additional vendors and some few artists as well. American Manga Academy. Kind of feels similar to seeing this vendor inside this convention. Yeah, pretty similar. Well, I guess they got some few stuff they have. Well, lots of great stuff. Okay, now just to take a look around inside this exhibit hall. Just, well, basically a lot. Yeah, I might have passed through all the vendors here, except that's too much for me to record everything, even with my battery pack on. Okay, this one right there is Vinyl Stickers, which I met from multiple conventions. Might have missed some spots here. Let me just go back to what they have. I'm not sure if I've seen this one before, but yeah, it looks more like some random packages. Alright, seeing everything right now. Yes, these are all of the vendors, some smaller ones. It looks like I didn't check the back side of those vendors here. Let me see. Oh, this is the Japan Tour Company, and the rest right there is what I have not seen. Well, there's some massive props that they have from one of the vendors as well. I think I remember this before. The STL, can't even pronounce that. Well, this one has a large Shadow the Hedgehog Plus, except it's missing a lot of detail. And this one right there is Anime Coast. Okay, right there is Raw Straws with all the prints. And the other side is just basically some vendors. Oh yeah, that's a trading card. Yeah, trading cards. Ah, there's a mini stage from Raw Straws. Well, never seen that before. Just gonna look around more. Sanshi Collect Joy. Even got more plush vendors around this place as well. Just gonna browse around a little bit more. Few of them have major vendors around this place here, and this one, yeah, I guess I might have somewhat seen it, just don't remember. There's a mini cafe, well, except the foods are a bit overpriced. Okay, now just to continue on this area. All right, anime world. Yeah, it's just too much for me to tour around. And this right there is he and the Yozados. Yeah, I stayed in this exhibit hall for almost an hour long. This one I remember making a purchase a while back. Fluffin' Buddies. This one there is one drastic difference is some new plushies. Ooh, I love the setup here. The gaming ROG tablet with OBS setup. Okay, yeah, more miscellaneous vendors around this place here. Kind of takes a while for me to tour almost everything inside this exhibit hall. Alright, I guess the policy is that can no longer sit near it. Well, yeah, almost there. Just going through almost everything. This is going to take a while, except a lot of vendors just to look around. Oh, okay. Never seen that. This one is LA Video Games, which actually I remember this from multiple conventions. But usually I don't often see video game vendors in Anime Expo, but here it is. Okay, let's see what else to find. Just almost there. It's just still a lot to get through everything. And this one, OG Collectibles, is the one I encountered from multiple conventions. Well, I guess that's another anime world, is what I've never seen before. This one right there is T-Turtle Convention exclusives here. The other one right there is just, well, there's a challenge. It does get somewhat crowded here, but because of this large hallway, it's often not that crowded, not bunched up, is what I meant to say. Let's see. Just some other vendors that I had not seen. And the last one right there is just, well, guessing that this is the last part. Technically, you can actually sit down near it, just not sure if the sign says it. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's a lot to see around here as much, but I think that should be it. Yeah, that's it. Well, most of them, just not everything. Okay, that's it for the exhibit hall. Yes, I know this is just too much to look around everything, but just gonna browse around what else they have. All right, time to exit out this building. Okay, I'll get into the other exhibit halls later, but first, just gonna browse around this section inside. Okay, this area returns from last year. They use this area for the food trucks and just to get something to eat as well. So yeah, nothing much has changed except more food trucks around this place. They also got some extra ones on the other side too. Just for now, I'll get into this later. This vendor is called High Dive. Well, just basically a vendor itself along with the rest. All right, now just to simply get down here, well, the next one is going to be the Artist Alley. Pretty fun environment to look around as well. And just to simply go around. I guess there's a vendor right there. Wild Bill's is back from some previous conventions. They got some concessions right there inside. Well, overall. Okay, this is what it looks like, the Artist Alley here. Only major difference that it is also very crowded. Just gonna limit the time inside. Okay, some seating areas just after eating near concessions. Yeah, there's a lot of artists inside this area here. Just, it may be photo dependent for some artists. So I'm just gonna only look around to see what they have. Just the ones I like for now. Okay. This one is a standby of Sonic at Anime Expo.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah, it looks more like a huge meme right there. And I had to collect all 7 purchases. First one collected, and I got this from this artist here. This one I remember seeing this artist from a while back. Well, I've already made some purchases a while ago. Oh great, it is a lot of people right now here. Right now this is a lot to get through everyone here, but this one right there is Mighty Sen, which is an artist I met from multiple conventions. And yeah, I got the second one down just by buying anything from Mighty Sen. Okay, one of them has some Sonic charms here, but they're not part of the Stamp Rally. This hallway right there does not contain anything here, but the next one I should be able to find for around this place. This one, also not part of Stamp Rally, is the same artist I met from multiple conventions. Something tells me that I remember seeing this artist a lot of times here. Okay, I remember seeing multiple artists around this area here a lot of times, but just gonna look around. Interesting, they got some Sonic posters right there. Yeah, pretty packed inside this artist alley. Just gonna have a hard time trying to walk through. Okay, yeah, it is a lot to play around. We're trying to look across everything. I don't see anything as much inside this hallway. Okay, next one here. Let's see what they have. This artist right there has some Team Sonic prints here, although they have some pretty awkward poses. Yeah, some of them are pretty awkward. Some of the artists may have some Sonic stuff here, just they're not part of Stamp Rally, unfortunately. Looks like that's a match here. Let's see what they have. Okay, done interacting with this artist right there. And yeah, got the Stamp Rally, of course. And yeah, I just made a lot of purchase so far. This one, I remember this artist from a while back, but this one is not part of the Stamp Rally. Okay, just gonna browse around in this section here, just nothing else to see. I think a lot of people are just lining up near the artist alley here. Some few artists, which also makes this area significantly crowded. Yeah, I cannot get through all people here because a lot of them are just simply lining up. Nothing much to say here. Just gonna go on to the next area. Okay, I won't have to say anything about some of these areas here because I couldn't find as much inside this artist alley. So I'll see what it can only film. Okay, I scrolled through a lot here. Just nothing in this section here at the moment besides trying to find any of the Sonic related artists. Yeah, I skipped several of the sections here, but at this section I found this Sonic artist that also has some of the prints. Yeah, I made a purchase, but it does not count towards the Stamp Rally, even though this artist right there does make some Sonic stuff. Okay, H3 right there is somewhat a bit too much people, but this one is part of Stamp Rally, which I should be able to buy. Yeah, that's took quite some time here, but got the stamp. Okay, everything is pretty calm except for that much line here. This one has some Sonic stuff here. I think I remembered this artist from a while back, even though I made a lot of purchases. This one is actually part of the Stamp Rally for this. Yeah, even though I spent most of it for that artist here, at least I got the stamp. Looks like the one right next to it might be the one. Okay, yeah, slightly expensive charm that I got, and this is a stamp for that. Alright, to find the last one, it's actually L33. I had to consume so much money of everything in sight. Oh, this wizard hat right there also has some of the Sonic stuff, but they're not part of Stamp Rally. Okay, yeah, unnecessary purchase here, but it does not count towards the Stamp Rally. Alright, let's see what to find here. This one has some few Sonic stuff here. I'm just only making one single purchase of a sticker. Okay, I think this is the last one here. Well, yeah, I'm making a lot of purchases. Only one of the artists right there has a Sonic print. I'm just not sure what else to have. Something tells me that this artist that I encountered is the one that I remembered from a while back. Okay, actually, the other half of the section here, well, for that are the other artists here. So I guess it's a never-ending artist alley, which is gonna take up more hours. Only difference for the last one, it does not have any much Sonic related stuff, but this is the final one to get for the Anime Expo Sonic Stamp Rally. Okay, I'll just have to make a random purchase of a sticker, just one piece, and then complete the Stamp Rally. Yeah, just the sticker for now, and that's the completion. Well, it's a lot of people at the moment. Only in this section here, except I only found some of the Sonic items here. Just this example for now. One of these artists right there does have some just returned to my stand here and I completed the stamp rally for Sonic. And those are all the rewards. Thanks. Okay, this one in the middle doesn't contain anything other than this major hallway inside Artist Alley. Okay, I'm just gonna have to scroll through as much as I can inside. This artist right there does have some Sonic stuff here. Well, nothing to purchase at the moment. This area right there is unstable since there's a lot of people. Okay, I think there's way too many people here, but this artist has some Sonic items. Yeah, a lot of artists right there has some of the Sonic stuffs around this place. Yeah, I'm mostly focusing on other Sonic stuff here, just nothing else. Look at that. I think this is the first time that one artist I know comes to Anime Expo. All the Sonic items. Okay, the problem is that we're unable to get through all the people that are just lining up to buy artists. Yeah, we're about to get crushed here. Okay, only one of the artists does have some Sonic charms. Alright, something tells you that this is the artist I encountered from multiple conventions from a while back. Some of the artists that they have has some Sonic stuff here, except it is still too crowded. And yeah, this is going to be the last one here. It is just too many people. And that's it. Yeah, I did not record all the artist alleys because of recording restrictions, even though there's no sign that's been posted. So apparently the one that's on the right of me has some content that I'm not gonna record inside, so just gonna have to cut that part. Okay, I'm out of the artist alley. That took quite some time to explore around because of its size, of course. So I'm just gonna have to find some other things to do. Okay, I guess this area is just a break area for some attendees here. So this hallway to the other side takes to 300, 400, 500 rooms, and the other one is going to be the main event, the Petrie Hall and an entertainment hall. This one right there is pretty much an endless walkway, much like last year's. Outside feels pretty nice here. Everything is just pretty awesome. This one's new. This is AX Dance in the stadium. Also a pretty long walk all the way to the other side of this exhibit hall. Okay, like before, this is the same lounge that requires people to be at least 21 or above. Okay, there's a lot of people here. Just couldn't seem to get through everyone at the moment. But here's the other hallway. Okay. Yeah, just gonna have to simply take a break because I've been walking too much. Okay, let's see if there's any other lounges to try to take a break. Lost's been found, and we got a quiet lounge, and yeah, I think that's the same spot. All right, just keeping it quiet here. This is the quiet lounge. Unfortunately, you cannot sleep. Okay, I'm back from my break here. Yeah, this took quite some time for me to just wander around, and yeah, I just stayed for like an hour. All right, for the mega lounge, I'm just gonna have to put away all my stuff here, so can't bring bags. Though there's not that much discussion inside of this mega lounge. This is the example of what it looks like just by reading any manga right there and the lounge itself. Okay, I think I am done with this long break here, and the environment has since been changed. I'm not sure what the other hallway looks like, so I'm just gonna check. Apparently some of the rooms have panels, just nothing much to see around. So this line right there is just only for Maid Cafe, and the other one is the Quality Documentation Headquarters. So I think that's all. Alright, just gonna head downstairs and then meet up with the next hallway. There are multiple hallways here. South Hall, Entertainment Hall, etc. And here it is. Another major exhibit hallway. Again, there's a lot to go over inside this area here, so just gonna browse around more. At the edge here, this one is just basically tabletop gaming. Gaming is at the other side. The cosplay repair is all the way over there. And lastly, the retro gaming. Alright, it looks like they got some major vendors, and some of them are pretty much gaming setups here. Alright, this one right there is ultimate destination, except it's so crowded. Okay, before we get into that, I'm just gonna simply check around this area. The couches right there are pretty comfortable. I love how they set up these comfortable seats. There's some few gaming vendors here, toys versus games, and everything else is the video hero. Kind of pretty unexpected seeing something like this before. It's quite amazing. Okay, the scenery of all the backgrounds returns once again, and they got some few cosplay stuff. Yeah, I think those are cosplay senpais, is what it says. Here are all the backgrounds so far. It's a lot. I love the cosplay sets. Okay, now I'm just gonna go on to the next one so far. Yeah, there are also some few gaming vendors here. Besides that, just gonna have to explore around the expanded version. Okay, I believe this goes beyond the level of this exhibit hall here, and here it is what it looks like as of now. Okay, starting off from the very back, this one is Book Off, is what I remember seeing from multiple events. This one looks more like Protect the Sleeves, is what I remember encountering from some previous conventions. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Just not sure what to say here since I'm already getting a little tired inside. They got some even more merches around this place here. Yes, I think I remember this vendor from the previous convention. Okay, I think I scrolled through most of them here. Just seeing some few vendors around this place. This takes a while to get through all of them at the moment. Okay, just passed through most of them. Now I'm just gonna go on to the next one. Okay, going through this section here, V1 Tech is here at Anime Expo. Man, I've never seen something like this before. Interesting, they got some new games that they have. Alright, it's a little bit crowded here. Just gonna move out of the way. Here are some of the vendors here. I know this is a lot to explore around this place. Oh, it looks like they got a mascot here inside. It looks like the line has been maximized around some of the vendors here. One of the major vendors is called Toyoverse, is what it looks like as of now. And everyone is just lining up like ridiculous. Still, this is very difficult to navigate around. However, I am still attending a full days. Alright, some miscellaneous vendors here. One of the examples are the Genshin Impact, Bandai Namco again, and the Yule Star. This looks more like a small supermarket, Japanese supermarket. This one is Webtoon here. Just some RNG stuff. Okay, well, this one has some Naruto arcade machines. Alright, browsing around more, and this area, it looks like a lot of people are just simply sitting down. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I just got back from watching the King Records here. Just not much. This one is just Beyblades. They also have an official tournament. The other side is XMB vendor here. And this one right there is Gacha. Okay, I think I might have pronounced it wrong. It's Gacha. Look at all these Beyblade collection here. Alright, here's some stuff that they have so far. Even though there's a lot to try to look into. Interesting. I've never seen something like this before. Looks like some trading cards. Looks like some new games that I've never seen before. Okay, this one is pretty unique. Squid Games Unleashed, a Netflix game. Well, that's pretty interesting. Okay, even though it is a lot to explore, yeah, I'll have to come back on the next day or so just to try to look into more vendors, even though it's gonna rack up too much storage for my camera. Okay, now just to try to look around some places. Okay, going out to this area here, and yeah, this is the place of what it looks like as of now. Like before, every line is just super crowded for the Petrie Hall. This place is not a lot to explore. This stage up there can be difficult to reach unless there's any events that are occurring here. Whew. Yeah, too much to walk. Okay, so I'm in this lounge here. Just had to wait for some time here before I'm able to just simply enter inside. Alright, so of course, should be it. Sometimes they don't allow films in there, but I can only provide some demonstrations. While not found inside the Lounge 21 itself at Anime Expo, it can be found directly from the Anime Expo app itself, just to look for some schedules. This is just one example. Yeah, I kind of stalled inside for way too long at the moment, but just gonna have to find something else to do. Yeah, unfortunately there are not that many events aside just watching some few random shows. Interesting, never seen something like this before. It looks like a large ancient Korean ship. I guess they call it the turtle ship here. Just in case I have not explored the outside section here. The room inside the lounge was too cold. But I'm just gonna simply go outside. This right there is one of the AX crossing, also known as Anime Expo crossing. There's a lot of good foods to try, although they're pretty much somewhat expensive. Yeah, there's a lot of foods to try here, except these are more difficult to find. Well, nothing much to see here. Well, just gonna have to look around someplace here. I guess all the foods right there are a bit expensive. Here's the main site right there. This also includes everything that they have so far. Here, these are some of the vehicles that they have here. Those are the deco cars. Okay, here they are. The food trucks, and I'm now standing in the AX crossing here. Well, I guess they're out of the menus here. The only thing they have is some of the few stocks they have. Okay, when ordering a gyuden set, they gave you this 10th anniversary sticker pack from Okubo Kitchen, which is amazing. So I'm just gonna keep it like this. And yeah, I've already tried the gyuden multiple times from multiple past conventions. Alright, besides getting the food from Okubo Kitchen, here's some other vendors outside this area and some few food trucks too. This one, also the Exilium. Alright, should be done eating and just gonna head straight up. Yeah, I also did not check this one either for some reason, but I'll check it out now. It looks like they even got some panel schedules depending on some certain events. Alright, time to navigate around this place. It's a lot to tour around. This can be a good spot to take some photos here. I guess there's some traffic conditions since now half of the road is blocked. I guess going through even more rooms might take some time here. Alright, just at the top floor here, just looking around only. Okay, yeah, somewhere around 6:43, looks like these people will just simply be hanging around in the middle of this hallway. Okay, it looks like all the exhibit hall has been cleared out, and it'll be back next day. Okay, I'll have to find some alternatives of looking into some hallways. Well, it is a lot of walking here, just trying to navigate around. So far, only the entertainment hall is the only thing I can go for until it closes at around 9. Here we go. Alright, just back inside this place again. Okay, here it is. The Retro Gaming Lounge. It's also a lounge room, so some people can just simply rest here. Okay, yeah, I just hang around near one of the lounges here, and it's about 8:33 p.m. and it actually closes at 9. Alright, yeah, some of the stores here and some vendors have empty out here, but I'll come back for tomorrow as well. The environment is so cold, it's just hard to handle. Okay, yeah, just not everything is done inside this Anime Expo event, but overall, that's it for first day. If you guys do enjoy my video, please consider following me on another social media platform and my About page, and you can also subscribe to my channel. This is VlogWithAvroTF. Stay tuned for the second part.